So I think that in our world, everyone's wondering, well, how do I make this a career? Some people can do it as a side hustle, right? And it's not full time. I appreciate that you're real about it. That yes, we all have 8 jobs in this industry, but we like that. If you put us in a corporate building with fluorescent lighting and told us to sit at a desk for 8 hours a day, we'd lose our mind.
Absolutely.
We would lose our mind.
No thanks.
Pass.
Yeah.
You had one in your pajamas, your silk pajamas, at the end of your bed, and you were reviewing your notes. You're like, what if this instructor does the night before? And it was so on point. Yes.
That's my life.
Yes. Yep.
Like 9 o'clock. Oh shoot. I need something for class tomorrow. All right. I'm getting my notebook out. I'm in my pajamas already. It's fine.
Yes. Every time a song comes on in the car, I'm like, what could I do?
Yeah, in the car.
I could do
bicep
curls,
choreography.
2 up, 2 down, right?
Yep, 100%.
Choreography. I love that. Next video,
that's what I call
I challenge you to make a reel in your car, making your choreography.
Okay, that's great. We're going to do that.
Hi, Sunshine Moore here, creator of FitTech. We are the hub for virtual fitness instructors to learn technology and equipment solutions, plus sales and marketing strategies to successfully launch your online businesses. From our mini courses to our signature course, we bring education to you around the world. And when we do that, you go out and serve the world. And that is a mission that we can get behind. We'll meet you where you are ready. Maybe it's a mini course, confidence on camera. Maybe it's a 7-day challenge, how to set up your virtual studio. Or maybe you're ready for the signature course, how to successfully launch your online business, which includes not only all of the tech aspects, but sales and marketing strategies. We aim to build our know, like, and trust factor with you with this podcast. And also in each podcast, there are resources in the notes and ways to connect with us further. Please check the notes, reach out. We are here for you, FitPro.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, perfect. Oh, it's working. Don't you love that when it actually works right off the bat?
Yes, we love that.
Instead of 14 Verizon commercials. Hello.
Yeah.
Well, nice to virtually meet you. I go by Sunshine. My full name is Sunshine Kelly Moore, and you, of course, are Fiona Judd.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, good. I have 0 complaints. It's beautiful weather here. I'm in Michigan, so...
Michigan, okay.
I have my screen open and my noise cancellation headphones on.
Perfect.
And where are you at today?
I am in Utah, about 45 minutes south of Salt Lake City. So we're also just really having some gorgeous spring weather today, which is so nice because we had a little bit of snow the other morning. So we're not out of the woods yet for snow, but yeah.
Sorry about that.
I know, this little teeny dusting. And I was like, really?
Yeah, right.
So I'm Fiona Judd. I am from Utah. So I live up here with my family of 7, my husband and 5 kids. So kind of a big family. I am originally from Arizona, transplanted in college and stayed here since then. So I got into fitness. Well, I would say I've always been into movement and dance and just, exercise in general. I have a ballroom dance minor from BYU, which is where I went to school up here. And I did fitness classes, mostly Zumba, through most of my childbearing years. And then after I had my last 2 babies, they were 15 months apart. So it was a really kind of crazy, I know, it's just crazy time of just babies and diapers and all of that. And I just thought I wanted to find myself again, and so I started working with a personal trainer and got into lifting weights, which I had never really done before. I had kind of done a little bit of this, a little bit of that in the gym, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Never followed a program or anything like that until I worked with her. And from there, I was like, hey, I really enjoy this. I would love to make it into a career. So I started teaching classes, got some certifications under my belt. I was teaching Zumba, I was teaching bar, and I just kind of slowly added more formats that I had interest in.
Of course.
And I found that I gravitated toward more of the resistance training, strength training, toning type of workouts rather than cardio. So like I always have loved Zumba, but when it came to like teaching, I prefer to cue verbally, and I prefer to kind of get in there and get some muscle groups worked. And so I actually don't even teach Zumba anymore. I've gone completely over to mostly strength formats and bar and Pilates and things like that. So that's where my passion is. But, I mean, I love all of it. I do it all.
Sure.
It's really any type of movement I'm game for. So,
Sure.
but I've been in the industry, I guess, as a professional since 2018. So I'm fairly new as far as, being an instructor, being a trainer, a coach, all of that. But I just felt like I had found something that I was really passionate about, really good at. And I just kind of dove in with everything that I had. And I just looked for, opportunities as they came my way. And here I am now. I'm a master trainer program specialist, creator for Pumped Up Strength. I am a trainer on an app called MyQFit. So I train virtually there. And occasionally I work with in-person clients here and there. Very selective with that just because my time is already spread out really thin right now. But I do enjoy working with people face-to-face when I can. And then I teach, of course, right now I'm teaching 4 classes a week, which is actually the perfect amount. I'm going to be adding a couple more. We have a new gym opening in July. And so I'm like thinking, okay, can I handle a couple more? But right now, 4 seems like the perfect number. So I teach 4 classes a week, and then just being a mom, with my crazy life with my 5 kids. So that's really me in a nutshell.
That's such a great story that you explained your journey, right? And we're all at different paths in our lives. Mm-hmm. And I think it's beautiful that fitness in the role of being an instructor entered your life mm-hmm. when it did, when you had I'm not going to say time, but you made the time, right? To fill your cup, because we know when we fill our cup, we can fill others, including your 5 kiddos.
Exactly.
So I think that in our world, everyone's wondering, well, how do I make this a career? Some people can do it as a side hustle, right? And it's not full-time mm-hmm. income. Some people can do it part-time, and it's a decent amount. Maybe they're making $15,000, $20,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. So I am fortunate in that I am not the primary earner for our family. Mm-hmm. My husband takes care of that, and he does really well. So this was more of, for me, I wanted a career for the mental and emotional benefits of it. And people don't get into, I know, right? Like
I'm in the same boat. Yeah. Yeah.
And I told my husband for years, like, I'm so jealous because you get, people recognize you for your accomplishments and you move up in the company and all this stuff. And like, mm-hmm. I just sit here at home with my, wiping noses and changing diapers. But I mean, motherhood is like thankless work, and I love it. But like, personally, I wanted more. Like I wanted, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, like, I started out just teaching classes, which I feel is like a jobby, because you show up and just like doing it. And like here in Utah, especially, we don't get paid well to teach classes. Like that is not why we get into fitness.
No.
And so when I was thinking more about, can I make this into a career? Lauren will tell you too. Lauren George will say, when you're in the fitness industry, you usually have like 8 different jobs, because there's not, unless you want to work. Yeah. Unless you want to go work at a gym as a manager or something, there's not like a full-time fitness job. So, so I just started adding a thing here, adding a thing there, just seeing like, can I make this work? And so I started with, being a program specialist, master trainer. And that is like, I can pick my own schedule, right? Like I can do as many or as few trainings as I want. And then from there, adding some of the app stuff. I had my own virtual studio for a while. And then also I have built quite a large Instagram following. So I started adding, paid collaboration. Thank you.
Yes. On that, I'm going to interject. you had one in your pajamas, your silk pajamas at the end of your bed, and you were reviewing your notes. You're like, what a fitness instructor does the night before? And it was so on point. Yes.
That's my life.
Yes. Yep.
Like 9 o'clock. Oh shoot. I need something for class tomorrow. All right. I'm getting my notebook out. I'm in my pajamas already. It's fine.
Yes. Every time a song comes on in the car, I'm like, what could I do?
Yeah, in the car.
I could do
I call that
curls,
choreography.
2 up, 2 down, right?
Yep, 100%.
Choreography. I love that. Next video,
that's what I
challenge you to make a reel in your car, making your choreography.
Okay, that's great. We're going to do that. Well, then, as you build your audience there, you can have, paid collaborations, affiliate, partnerships with different companies. So I have some income coming in that way. And then with Pumped Up Strength, I have, several different revenue streams that way, making content, promoting the format. So we get paid, commissions off of that. And then I do have an opportunity to teach in-person workshops. So working on that, I have a couple of things in the works right now for that. It's always hard, like launching a new format in a new, an area where they've never seen it before. So I'm working on that. We've got a couple of instructors that are teaching Pumped Up Strength in my area. So I'm hoping to add more, classes as we get the ball rolling here with that.
Sure.
Sorry, that was kind of a tangent. But anyway, I would say that, all of this it does add up. And it's added up to the point where I feel like I have a significant amount of income. It's not our primary income, but it's like enough that I can take my family on a vacation. I can, upgrade. I just upgraded both of my dining room tables and my sofa, things like that, where I normally wouldn't have done that. But it's nice just to have that, extra bit of money, or even just, my kids are going to be going to college in a couple of years here. So we're just trying to build it up where we can, and, and honestly, we joke about this all the time, but my husband is always like, hey, if you keep going this way, eventually I'm gonna be able to quit my job and just be a stay-at-home dad. I was like, well, I don't know about that, but I mean, that would be cool. Right. So for me, it's the sky is the limit, right? As long as I feel like I can still balance family, household, stuff, and then my career, I'm always looking for new opportunities, I feel like. So
yes.
Yeah, hopefully that kind of answers your question.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that you're real about it, that yes, we all have 8 jobs in this industry, but we like that. If you put us in a corporate building with fluorescent lighting and told us to sit at a desk for 8 hours a day, we'd lose our mind.
Absolutely.
We would lose our mind.
No thanks.
Pass.
Yeah.
I remember about 5 years ago, I took a very part-time job to help out, and it was in an office, and it was at a computer. And after 2 weeks, I said, I'm done. They said, number one, you can't stand all day. I said, why not? Because I had put a box on top of my cube, right? And they're like, you can't do that. Why not? And then they said, you're talking to too many people out on the floor. Said, what is the problem with that, right? We're social people.
We are.
So that had to get rid of that.
Well, yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not a good fit. So I digress, but I hope that people can relate to that, right? You got to find what works for you and try things out. And it's wonderful when you do have the support of a husband. Like I said, I do too. And I can also relate to when we bring in our income, right? Well, what can we do with that? And you nailed it. Can we take our family on vacation? We took our daughter to Disney World last year. And you feel so fulfilled, right? You're like, wow, all that hard work. We got to take her to Disney World. Or this fall, she's going to private school because that's where my income is going to.
Yeah, great. Absolutely.
It's not $100,000, but it's enough to send her to a private school.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. We're going to turn the car now and talk about virtual fitness because I I really want to help more instructors with virtual fitness. I think there are a lot of people still on the sidelines, not sure, scared, don't know where to start. And so that's why I started Fit Tech. I was an operations manager when I was working full time before I met my husband and doing fitness, as a lot of people were right before we have kids.
Yeah.
And it was for a production company. So I learned about XLR cables and cameras and sound and all that. And when COVID hit, I was able to use all that very quickly and help a lot of people. I just started helping people, right? People were reaching out saying, well, what camera are you using? Or why vertical or portrait? When should I do? Anyway, I would love to know what you said you had your virtual studio. And I was on your website, of course, a few times. What camera did you use? What mic did you use? And then we'll go from there.
Okay. This is going to shock you. I mean, we're all coming into this, COVID hits, and we're like, well, I have to go online. So I started with, one of the first purchases that I made for my business, where I used money that I earned from fitness to buy something, was an iPad Pro. And I used that iPad Pro to film all of my content for my website. Awesome. And I honestly feel like you can get a really great quality video if you have good lighting and you have a good microphone. You do not need to go out and buy a really expensive $10,000 camera to film your classes. That's just my personal feeling. Yeah. There will probably be people that argue with me on that point. But like, we're not going for Peloton level here. Like, I think that the iPad Pro or even the iPhone comes out with a really nice, the cameras are so good now, a really nice quality video. And so I used that to film everything. And I edited most of my content also either on my iPad or in my MacBook Air. MacBook Air. I'm like, what do I have? I'm like, what do you have?
I have the Air too. That's where we are zooming at the moment. Did you use iMovie to edit your videos?
Yeah, iMovie. Yep, absolutely. Sure. So I didn't know a lot about that, but I had to.
What about your microphone? Were you using the AirPods?
Oh, microphone, yeah.
So,
no, I didn't do AirPods. I do AirPods for Zoom, but I actually, I just upgraded to a different, but it's the same idea. It's just an earbud that has a microphone. That's what I use for Zoom. But obviously for pre-recorded, we want something that's better quality, right? So Lauren actually recommended a little mic for me on Amazon. It was $40. So I bought that and it has worked really well. I used it for at least a year. And then I had, my audience on social media had grown and I had a company reach out to me and they have one of those little clip-on mics that you literally, so the one I was using before had a mic pack that you wear, which is fine. I'm used to teaching with a mic pack in person. The only issue is when you're doing it virtual, you're pre-recording a class sometimes, and you don't know this until you go back and watch it, right? If your mic, falls out or the cord gets slightly, pinched somewhere, it can affect your connection.
Yes.
So I had a couple, we're just going to be honest here, probably a handful of times where I had to refilm an entire workout because it's 5 minutes in.
Yes, I'm raising my hand.
And I remember
fifth workout of the day. Let's go.
it was like 15 minutes of arms. And I had to go and do it again. And my arms were like, shallow. You're just like, come on. Excuse me. So,
started with 15 pounds. I'm down to 8.
Yeah. Nope. We're down to 5 by the end of that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the mic that I'm using now is a clip-on with it's Bluetooth connected to my device. So I connect it to my iPad. They have an app that you download and use. So I open the app, turn the mic on, connect it to my iPad, and then just clip it on my shirt. And it's like beautiful, clear as day.
Perfect.
That's amazing. Now, the one that I have recommended to me over and over, I haven't spent the money on it yet, is the Rode, RODE. So that, if I were going to go and spend the money on a really nice one, that's the one I would get. But I've been fortunate, I've made it work with, not spending a ton of money, because honestly, when I had my own virtual studio, we're talking very small margins of profit here,
of course.
Very small. And so I'm like, I'm going to do this like as inexpensively as I can to where I feel like this is a quality product that I'm not like embarrassed to throw up on my website. That was my goal, right? It was never to have like the nicest quality videos. Like if someone's going to join my studio, they're joining it because they like me, not because they're like, they want the highest quality stuff. So, that's kind of just where I left it, and I made it work with that. And now I'm working with MyQFit app, and they have a whole production team, and they have the Rode mics, and they have, rent studio space and all that, which is great. They have professional lighting, but I mean, I have in my basement, I still use these for Instagram content. I have a light so you guys, you've been to like a photography studio where it's indoors and they have that like big rectangular light with the white sheet across it. You know what I'm talking about?
I have one.
You can buy those on Amazon. Yeah, you can buy them on Amazon. So
that's where I got
it. Yep. And then I also have a ring light. So it's a big like 20-inch ring light. That's all I have. That's what I've used for all of my filming.
It's enough.
So
it's enough.
Yeah, like I haven't probably spent more than $100 on lighting, but you really don't need to. You just need a couple of good lights and you're good to go. So
yes. I remember watching videos on 3-point lighting, thinking, okay, we're gonna get fancy here. 3-point, just have 3 lights on. Okay, one on your face, maybe one on the side, and if you have a third one, sure, right?
Yep.
So let's segue into MyQFit Up.
Hang on, give me 1 second.
No worries.
Okay, yep. I'm going to be done in probably like 5 or 10 minutes, okay? Okay, can you go play outside or play downstairs, okay? All right, my 5-year-old.
Aw.
Look at your Legos. I told them if they played outside while I did my meeting, then we would go to the park. So they're like, let's go to the park.
Yes, what a
sorry,
mom. No worries. Tell me about MyQFit Up. How did you get involved with that?
The MyQFit app?
MyQFit app, yes.
Yes. Okay. So I actually made a connection. I mean, this is just a testament to make connections wherever you can, right?
Yes.
Like I had a studio I was teaching at, and it didn't actually end up working out for me to teach there. I tried it for a couple of months and, the class wasn't growing. And so I parted ways. But while I was there, I met Kimball, and Kimball is the head trainer on MyQFit app. And at the time, MyQFit app really was not really a thing. It was just starting to become a thing, but we're partnered with a larger company called Q Sciences, which is actually a multi-level marketing company. And they have health supplements and health products and things. And so they wanted to add a fitness app as part of the offering for people who join the company, right? And I have not seen this before with an MLM, so it was really intriguing to me. I would never personally join an MLM as a business, but I know that there are people who do really well with, the MLM approach. Mm-hmm. And why not add, if you already have products that promote health and wellness, why not add a fitness component to that, right?
Sure.
So to my knowledge, we're the only MLM that's doing that right now. I imagine that you'll start to see it more because it's working really well. But so we started off with 6 bar videos. Well, bar employees. So he's like, hey, will you film these videos? I'll pay you per video. I'm like, perfect. They rented the studio space. It was kind of like a trial. Now, if you've taught virtually, you know that it's different than teaching in person. Teaching to a camera is very different. And some people struggle with that, and some people are really comfortable with it. And I would say I'm on the comfortable with it side. I like to teach on camera. I feel comfortable. It's not awkward for me. Some people feel super awkward in front of the camera. And so it takes some practice, So I would consider this these first 6 videos were like my audition, right? And see how she's in front of the camera. Yeah. And he's like, if it goes well, we'll talk about more. And so what ended up happening is they brought me on as, so I'm a contractor with Q Sciences, but we're paid base and commission. So the app is just growing. They've actually added it now where anyone who joins the company as a business or as a customer gets access to the app. So we have, and there's 6 trainers on the app. So we all split the clients equally. I have probably 2,000 to 3,000 clients on the app. So that's going to kind of like blow your mind. That's a lot of clients. That are assigned to me. And so it's a lot of like, honestly, it's so funny because I was like, I did not get into fitness for a desk job, but there are days where I'm answering messages and fixing people's programs and stuff that I'm like, this is a desk job. But it's okay because it has aspects of it that I really love, which is the filming. I love filming. I love coming up with new content, new programs. Yes. We just filmed some like postpartum and pregnancy content for them. Oh, nice. So it's fun to like connect with people and say, hey, what do you want? Like, what's going to help you in your career? Because people are doing this usually as a career, and what's going to help you in your daily life? You know, like how can we help you be the best version of yourself? And that's what I've always been about.
Yes.
Yeah. Like when I designed Fit Fiona J as my brand, and my slogan is be your best you. Like this is exactly what we're helping people do. And so, yeah, it turned from 6 videos into now I have a whole program, bar and Pilates primarily, but there is some pumped up strength as well. That people, when they join the app, they can select Q Burn as their program, and I'll put them on Q Burn. And they can, do my program it's a 12-week program. Or they also have dance cardio. They have, heavy lifting, like CrossFit type workouts. They have calisthenics. They have HIIT. They have body weight. Like they've got a little bit of everything. And so we can put people where it's going to be the best fit for them. So it's actually been really awesome. I have, a trip coming up next week. I'll be going out to Orlando with my QFit and kind of getting to meet some of some of our like members in person. So
that'd be very cool.
It's just been a really great thing. It's just one of those things where you make this connection and you know somebody, and you're there at the right time in the right place, and it all works out. And it's been such an awesome thing to add to my career.
Absolutely. In 5 years, Fit Fiona J, that is your name. Where do you want your career to be? And maybe you don't know, maybe you do, but what do you see the trajectory potentially being?
Well, honestly, I see myself doing a lot of the same things that I'm doing right now. I'm hoping that with the growth of My QFit, I've always loved to travel. So for me, if I had travel opportunities coming out of this, and, established myself as kind of an expert in the fitness industry, I don't want to say Peloton, but like Peloton level, like that for me would be awesome.
Yeah.
Where people are like, oh yeah, I know that girl. She works for this one app or whatever. Yes. So, but honestly, like just a lot of the same, like I still will be teaching classes in person, like 100%. I absolutely love doing that. I still will be, and I still will be creating content for my audience online. I still will be helping create choreography, because that's another just huge passion of mine. Mm-hmm. So 5 years from now, I mean, here, like where I basically here where I am now, but just, maybe things have grown a little bigger. Maybe I'm a little better at what I'm doing, right? More experience under my belt.
Sure.
Maybe still teaching trainings for instructors, still helping mentor instructors, like all of that. Like I love it all. So
beautiful.
Yeah. Maybe that's a lame answer, but like
it's yours. Hey, you're being you, your best you.
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. So I know you want to go to the park with your 5-year-old. I don't blame you. So this is your opportunity to share whatever it is you want to share. And remember, the audience are fitness instructors that may be sitting on the fence or unsure about how to grow their virtual fitness business. What do you want to share with them?
Well, I think like one thing that I personally have struggled with too is, feeling like I'm not enough, or I'm competing against other, fit pros who have better, figures than me, and they have more followers, and they have, they teach more formats or whatever. Like there's always ways that we can compare ourselves, and doubt what we are capable of providing for our people. And one of the biggest things that I've learned is that your people will find you, if you just be genuine and true and honest to yourself and who you are. There's always going to be people that gravitate towards your particular personality, what you particularly have to offer. And so I would just say, like, pursue what you love, teach what you love, and that passion for it will come out and people will come to you. Just that, abundance mentality. Like, how many people are in the world? Like, we need, like, fitness is for everybody, and we need to get people, just moving how we can.
Yes.
And, what is great about one instructor is awesome, and their people will find them. And what's great about you is awesome, and your people will find you. There's plenty of, fish in the pond, if you will, as far as that goes. So, really just find your passion and just jump in, trying to overcome those fears, those doubts that creep in, trying to avoid. And it's really hard. Like, sometimes I have to step back and like take a break from social media and just be like, hey, like, I am finding myself talking down on myself, comparing myself to other people. And if you need to like take a break, and just focus on what it is that you have to offer, because that's what people will gravitate toward.
Beautiful take-home message. You mentioned Instagram. Do you have any best tips? Because you crush it on there.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there's no like secret. It's really just consistently creating content that your audience engages with. So I started to look more when I was like, I want to grow my page, and I used to just post whatever I felt like, which is fine. You can totally do that. But like, if you want to see, what your audience is going to engage with, go in your insights. So if you don't already have a business or a creator account, that's your first step there, is to get, and you can do that free. You don't have to do anything other than go in and switch your account, and then you'll be able to see those insights. And so I just looked at my insights and I looked at what are the posts that people are engaging with, that they're liking, they're commenting, and you can see that right there in your insights. And I just try to create more of that type of content.
Smart.
Because that's what people want to see. So, and that's what they're following more. Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for me personally, I find that sharing minimal equipment, home type workouts, that works really great. My audience really loves that. If I start to add in too much fancy equipment, they're like, nope, I'm out.
Okay.
But like whatever it is that you do, like your people that follow you, you'll be able to tell. And then just, I post once a day, and I usually take the weekends off. So you don't have to like bust your butt, like posting multiple times a day. Even if it only works for you to post like 2 or 3 times a week, as long as you're consistent with that. And, over time producing good content. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just, good enough is good enough. Right. That consistent content. And I've learned, all different tricks and apps and video editing and all that stuff, cover photos. Like, you don't have to do all that to start. Just get something, go and film your workout, whatever workout you did today, film it, put it up, see how it does. So I would say, just start with consistently posting, things that your audience likes to see. And, sometimes it's just random. You post something that you think everyone's going to love this, and it totally bombs. and then you'll go and post something and you're like, oh, I just threw this together at the last minute, and like it goes viral.
Yes.
So it's like my friends and I have several friends that we all joke, we all talk on Marco Polo. We're all working on this Instagram thing together. And we joke how it's like a slot machine. Like you put the coin in and you pull the trigger, and then you just wait and see what happens. Sometimes nothing, most of the time nothing, right? But every now and then you'll pull the trigger and it goes viral, and that keeps you coming back.
Perfect analogy. I love that.
We just keep putting the coins in every day. Just keep putting the coins in, right?
Yes. Who on Marco Polo are you chatting with?
Okay, so my Marco Polo Instagram friends, we've got Danica. She's Dio Workout. She's in Chicago.
Yeah,
she's a lifetime performer. Amazing, love her. We've got Heidi Neal. Yes. She's another bar above program specialist. We've got my friend Stacy in Texas. She's a bar above instructor, and we've got Whitney. She's Get Fit Wit. She's actually local to me, so we actually hang out in person a lot too. But
nice.
Yeah, and there's a few others but we've got these little Marco Polo chats going where we kind of vent to each other, like, oh, is Instagram down for you? It's down for me right now. But no, we talk about a lot more stuff than Instagram. We talk about all kinds of stuff.
And did you meet some of them online?
Absolutely. Yeah. All of them.
Yeah. Of course.
During COVID, I feel like during COVID, everybody was like online and we're like, hey, like, I like you. I'm vibing with you. And now we all have these, really amazing friendships, and we've met in person a few times. And so it's just really fun to like have friends all over the country.
So fun. I had Zoom coffee with Becky, a woman named Becky, yesterday. And it turns out she's friends with Linda McDonald. And I said, no way.
Oh,
and
love Linda.
Right? And I said, where do you live? And she told me Cape Cod. I said, I'm going to be living in Boston this summer. We have to meet in person. You, me, and Linda.
Yes.
And I had no idea where she lived at the time. I just said, hey, I like you. Have some coffee. And she accepted my invitation.
That's great. I love it so much.
Yes. Well, I want to wrap up and be mindful of your time. And I want to thank you for sharing and being vulnerable. A lot of people are going to be able to relate to you, Fiona. And wherever they are in their journey, there's something that they can pull, right, from this conversation with you. And it sounds like Instagram is the best place to reach you. Is that accurate?
Yeah, Instagram or my email. So it's at FitFionaJ on Instagram. You can DM me or email fitfionaj@gmail. I'm really good about answering both of those. So either one.
Perfect. And then I will alert you when the podcast comes out, and you can share it if you choose. And
yes, absolutely.
We'll have it on all our channels.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you again. Enjoy the park and the weather. And I look forward to future conversations, but really building our relationship.
Me too. Thank you so much, Sunshine. This is really fun.
Thank you, Fiona. Have an amazing day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to check the notes for a resource, a free resource guide to something that you need for your business. The links to connect with us, whether it's Instagram or our website, are there. And then lastly, remember that we teach courses to help you get your business going. Right now, we're pushing the course Confidence on Camera, because before you can even start your business, you need to be able to push play. So check out that course and all of our other courses, like how to successfully launch your studio, in the show notes. Please connect. We'll see you soon.